and I have been in the deep. Last one. In journeying often in perils of water, in the perils of robbers, in the perils by mine own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils in among false brethren. And it goes on, man. So really, in a nutshell, that's it. He took a lot of battle strikes, man. A lot of fighting, not beating, not winning all of them. As back to what you said, it's not about giving, it's about taking, man. And he took a lot, and back to the apostles too. The apostles, nothing was given to them, man. All the way coming down too. You know, brothers, as you say, brothers have been in less and less. But even if you got a little rank, you had to fight. You had to fight for that too.
That's right, man. That's right. So back in Matthew 21,
what you were filming for and stuff, but it's meant to let us know you're filming on the Hague.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean we went to offer permission and stuff, but it's not commercial content.
No, we're just reading the Bible.
Yeah, we spoke to one of the keepers earlier on. We was over there and we spoke to him, and he said, yeah, it's all right, carry on. One of the caretakers. Thanks, yeah?
Thank you. Right, from this time forth began Yahawashi to show unto his disciples how that he must go into Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes.
So, you see those fucking devils, man. Like Johnny can film his dog coming out for the first time, or his little toddler taking the first trip to the park. Because that's what YouTube was created for, right?
Yeah.
You know, he did, you know, Todd takes his first steps, you know, in the park. And
He
ain't gonna ask them, you know, why they filming. But in us, you got, you're not meant to be filming on the heath. Fuck out.
Yeah, we was over there. We spoke to some. Remember that little time we spoke to guys like proper caretakers, and he's just a little someone trying to think.
Trying to make his day more exciting.
Yeah, man.
Keep going.
Carry on, Bobby.
Hey, but you know what? He's gonna get marked for that.
As soon as he came up on his phone, you know when someone's on
I saw it in his eyes, man.
Right. So it says how he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed and raised again on the third day. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, that this shall not be unto thee. But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan.
Yeah, so hold on a second. That's hold that. You might have to look it up. The one where the man was. They were transporting the Ark of the Covenant,
and the Ark fell.
It was about to fall over, and the man touched it, right?
Let me find it.
Okay, because lambacking of this year, that's another thing when you come into the truth. Fuck trying to be the nice guy, man. The nice guy. Okay, there's that. What does the word nice mean? Not
naive.
Naive, not to know, man. You know. Now that's not saying being a fucking demon, be a demon to brothers, man. No, you have brotherly love, but when it comes to the core fundamentals of how we conduct ourselves, stop trying to be the nice guy. The nice guy can get you killed out here, man.
Right.
Being a nice guy can get you fucking rebuked, man. Okay? Alright? Because Peter, what happened was Satan played on his emotions, man. Satan came, you know, made Peter feel away like, hold on a second, but you love this man. This man's your master. You don't want him to die, you know. So Satan played on Peter's emotions, you know, and it made, you know, you get that heart sinking feeling.
Yeah.
You know, Satan put that, you know, that vibration over Peter. And Peter was like, no, Lord, let it be far from thee. But that's to push the Lord off, man.
That's right, to make Yahawashi weak, to doubt himself.
You know?
Yeah, I should listen to Peter, man.
Because that's a war. Now, what does the scripture say? If you're going to war and one man's weak and he starts, you know, getting all nervous, let him go home. Because he'll make the rest of the warriors weak. So Yahawashi was about to go into like clash mode, man, with the left hand side itself, man. Doing that, going on the cross, man. That was Yahawashi in the midst of the battlefield, man, the spiritual battlefield. And then you had one of his men on his team getting all doubtful, man. But don't do that. You know, let's retreat, basically. So the Lord had to look at Peter like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. But he wasn't talking to Peter. He was talking to the demon that entered Peter. Hence why he said, get thee behind me, Peter. No, get thee behind me, Satan, man. Alright? Because sometimes, you know, once again, when you come in the truth, the best thing is just be quiet, man. Learn how the thing works.
Yep.
You know, and you know, the Lord will increase you from there on out, man. In due season. It's always the guys that come around They got something to say straight away.
Trying to do too much too fast.
Do too much too fast, burn the fuck out, and then bug the fuck out. Like, it doesn't work like that, man. Alright? That nice guy can get you, that nice guy spirit can get you rebuked, man.
Right.
Okay? You got that?
Yeah, the ark, yeah?
Yeah.
Shall I read into it, give the context?
Yeah, give the context. Because when you get, the point is when you get told to do something, man, just do it, man. Alright? Now, we said just do it on the left hand side earlier, but then there's the just do it on the right hand side. Like I said earlier, Satan is not a creator. Satan can't create jack shit. All Satan can do is manipulate that which is already created.
Can't.
Okay? That's all he can do, man. Right? Not giving Satan a credit. Oh yeah, Satan made it. Satan didn't make nothing. Satan can't make nothing. Okay? All Satan does is go for what's already there and tamper with it to fuck it up, man. That's all he does. Okay?
Right.
But obedience is better than sacrifice. Go on, up.
This is 2 Samuel, the 6th chapter from verse 1. Again David gathered together all the chosen men of Israel, 30,000. And David arose and went with the people that were with him from Bale, if I'm saying that correctly, of Judah, to bring up from thence the ark of the Most High, whose name is called by the name of Yahawah of hosts, that dwelleth between the cherubims. And they set the ark of the Most High upon a new cart, and brought it out of the house of Abinadab, who was in Geba, and Uzzah and Aho, the sons of Abinadab, I'm having trouble with these names, and drave the new cart. And they brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was in Geba, accompanying the ark of the Most High, and Aho went before the ark. And David and all the house of Israel played before Yahawah on all manner of instruments made of fair wood, even on harps and on psalteries.
Because what was in the ark? First of all, in the temple, the Ark of the Covenant, when the high priest, before Yahawashi did his sacrifice, the high priest would go in there and he would atone for his own sins and the sins of the nation once a year on the Day of Atonement, the Yom Kippur, and the Spirit of the Lord would actually manifest over. We don't know how. You know, I ain't gonna come on here and tell you the Lord looked this way and that glow, and all we know is that the Spirit of the Lord, in whatever way it did, manifested over the ark in between the two cherubims. Okay, so that ain't no regular equipment, man. There was a certain way it had to be carried. There's a certain procession. There had to be certain men in front, certain men behind.
Yeah.
All right. Or certain tools to pick it up. All right. Covered in a particular cloth. All right. You can't just see. That's the thing, and put it more spiritually, man. This truth is like the Ark of the Covenant, man. You can't just handle it any way you want, man.
Can't.
Oh yeah, there it is. I'm just gonna pick it up.
Pick it up and put it in my bag.
The moment you touch that, the Lord just kills you, man. Alright? And then spiritually, you may be around for a bit longer, but you're already spiritually dead, man.
Right.
Yep.
Treat the truth with caution. That's a lesson. Treat the truth with caution, man.
Right.
So lucky, when you go to them sites where they might have energy generators or something, you have a sign saying,
don't
beware, danger of death.
Yeah.
Do not enter, blah, blah, blah. That's the same way you got to treat the truth, man.
And inside of the Ark of the Covenant was what? The shewbread.
2 tables of the testimony.
The tables of the testimony. Alright, and once again, there's certain, talking about men and respect, yes, you do respect men, man. Okay? Because what happened was, when the Lord gave the 10 commandments, earlier we're speaking about it, see, all the Spirit, everything we're talking about coming full circle. We're talking about the law, the summary of the law, which is the 10, right? Do you know that Moses had to go up there twice?
That's right.
The first time, it was the chariot and the laser, when they say the finger of God wrote, it was the laser beam that wrote it. But then when Moses got to the top of the mountain where he could see the people and he saw them worshipping the golden calf, he got angry and he broke it, man, because he was like, man, fuck you niggas, man. I just received the holy law from the Lord himself. You ain't worthy to receive this. So Moses, in his anger, he broke it, man. Yep. And that shows you who Moses, Peter, he was known as an angry man. Yeah. He would switch, man. So that's your characteristics even come back, man. Even though because people saying, oh, Moses was meek, and yeah, Moses was the most meek man on the earth, but you pissed him off, man, and he was switching the instant, man. All right, and that's once again the tribes. Who's known for switching? Right. Levi and Gad. When you're around Levites and Gadites, man, it's like you're always on any moment now. He's laughing, but any moment now. You know, he could just switch. You know, that's the spirit that's on them brothers, man. So although Moses was a meek man on the whole face of the earth, you did something that was, you know, rubbed him up the wrong way, and that's him off, man.
Yeah, can I just say, he actually killed one of the Egyptians.
He killed the man.
And the Most High never held it against him. It was righteous. It was a righteous, just act.
Yeah.
But the centurions were looking for him. Today you call them the police.
Yeah.
And if I may as well, Moses is, like the brother Imam said, he did have that temper, and it's his temper that got him in trouble with the Most High.
Exactly.
Why he couldn't enter the promised land, because what did he do? He break the...
And the Lord said, speak to the rock,
Yeah.
the water would come,
But he struck it with
but
the
he
staff,
struck
right?
it.
Yeah.
The people were pissing him off.
Yeah, out of his frustration, because they were constantly vexing him with their complaining, man. And that act alone was why he couldn't enter the promised land that go round.
Yeah.
But not to divert from what you were saying, you called for the ark. So back in this,
Yeah.
what the hell is that?
Treat the truth with caution, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. So it says we got to verse 4. That's right. Yeah. It says, and they brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was in Geba, and accompanying the ark of the Most High, and Aho went before the ark, and David and all the house of Israel played before Yahawah on all manner of instruments made of fir wood, even on harps and on psalteries and on timbrels and on cornets and on cymbals. And when they came to Nachon, the threshing floor, threshing floor, Uzzah put forth his hand to the ark of the Most High and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it, so it was about to fall off the
See, and that's
carriage.
the thing. See, there's so many lessons in the scriptures. You may be reading something and it's like, hey, that's just a connecting statement or connecting sentence. No, there's lessons in that, man. Sometimes being in the truth, you know, you see certain things, like when you come in, like you observe, man. It's better to observe, man. You see certain men, the way certain things go on, and it's like, well, I'm not used to this. You know, you can liken that onto the ark about to fall off, man. You see certain things and it's like, whoa. Yeah, just because you ain't accustomed to it. Now, if the ark was gonna fall off, then, hey man, not a leaf falls off the tree without the Most High's permission.
That's right, not a sparrow fall to the earth.
That's the scriptures. So if the Lord wanted the ark to fall, then it would have fell. Alright, now, you know, we ain't up here to give our opinions and that, but I don't personally think the Lord will let the ark fall over, but he's the Lord, he can do what the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah.
Alright, but the Lord made it seem like that to make an example out of this guy.
Yep, because he was being self-willed.
The Lord said, don't do it, man. Just don't do it.
Yep.
If the Lord says do it, then in righteousness, not like Nike, but just do it.
Yep.
Okay? It's as simple as that, man. You come in with that emotional shit, man. Go on up.
And when they came unto Nahon's threshing floor, Uzzah put forth his hand to the ark of the Most High and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it. And the anger of Yahawah was kindled against Uzzah, and the Most High smote him there for his error, and he died by the ark of the Most High.
So you know what that means, right? It's that, once again, we're talking about being a nice guy's a liability, man. Alright? You can do something that, you got the best interest at heart, man.
Right, come on.
Yeah.
But it's not what's commanded, man.
That's right.
That's why it goes back to what we're talking about again. If you love me, keep my commandments, man. You know? Like, guys getting all creative and shit, doing off the wall shit, that's never been done before, man. Have you seen the apostles and elders do that?
Right.
Have you seen them teach that?
Yep.
So who the fuck are you to figure that you can come along and teach that madness or do that madness, man? Like, you just don't do that, man. There's certain things that aren't done. Alright? You look at the men that's been doing it, man. Like, you have to be a certain type of man and already have some sort of intellect or intelligence about you, which is really spirituality, man. It's like, okay, let me figure it. Well, these men, I mean, they came in when they were young, you know, or this particular man, he came in when he was a little bit older. But 10 years down the line, this old man's still here, okay. Right, so if I'm an older man, I might follow him because he's got a good example and I'm coming up in the same footsteps as him. Or I'm a young man. You know, certain apostles, Apostle Ricard came in 16, you know, Apostle Gabar and Apostle Tahar came in around 24, 25.
Yeah.
They were young men. Okay. Now they're older men. They've got 30 years plus in the truth. The wise man is, I'm gonna follow this guy.
Yeah.
But then you always got a dumb fuck that's like, okay, they acknowledge it. You've been here for 30 years. You've increased in the ranks. The Lord's clearly dealing with you, but I'm gonna try it this way.
Yeah. I wanna make my own way up.
You fucking idiot, man. A guy like that, you can't feel pity for them, man.
No, you can't, because they're self-willed. The scriptures say.
Thank you.
The scriptures say the fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, but fools despise knowledge and instruction. After paraphrasing, so these people who are self-willed, like the guy who just touched the ark and stuff, they don't really fear the Lord, because if they feared the Lord, they'd be afraid of transgressing the commandments. They'd be afraid of doing things that are out of order. That fear, like even like myself, I've got a very high level of fear of putting a foot wrong in His truth, and that's the way it should be, because you're supposed to fear Yahawah and Yahawashi, because that's who we're really, like the brother said, we're working for the King of the universe, man. All power is given unto Yahawashi. So I mean, that's a power you need to fear, man.
And you know what happened there, Salakia? When he got struck, right? A laser beam came and hit his ass, man.
From a chariot.
Woo! A chariot came and he got put to death on the spot, man. And the scripture says, because you got, as Apostle Gautamalans always says, you got to bring the scripture to life, man.
Right.
Because when you check it, right, whenever the so-called JOO, they do this now. Whenever they write a new Torah scroll or anything holy is being transported, they make a party out of it. That's our customs, man. You read it. We just read it. It said that they were singing and dancing, man.
Yeah.
Where anything holy is made, all right, or a new Torah scroll is written, it's our custom that we would make a party out of it, because we're joying in the Lord, man.
Yeah.
So they were transporting the Ark of the Covenant, so they made it a joyous occasion, man.
Yeah.
So imagine they're there, you know, getting down. The instruments are playing, the drums are playing. You know, hey, we salt of the earth, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're dancing and that. You see, brothers, man, don't read the Bible and think what we're doing now is what they were doing, man. The brothers weren't going out there and, okay, we got a sign and a camera and just standing up. They were living, man.
Yeah.
Like these men were actually living it, man. Okay, the prophets were out there living it. We're back here doing it in this way.
Yeah, because this is called for at this time.
At this time, like, I'll give you a quick example before you bring that precept, right? Apostle Kalal was speaking about it last week at the camp. There's certain ways we greet each other, and it's changed over the years, man.
Right, come on.
You know, like back in the day, right? Like 2,000 years ago, when the law was on the scene, do you think the salute was a Shalom, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Towards?
No, they keep
It wasn't. It was a holy kiss, like the Italians still do it. This side, that side, and the greeting was Shalom Aleichem, peace unto you. The Lord said it. After He rose from the grave, He appeared unto the disciples in the house and said, peace unto you. That was the greeting. Whenever you met someone, Shalom Aleichem, and a holy kiss. Now we don't do the holy kiss thing because the time has changed.
Yeah.
If brothers start doing that, it's righteous. But guess what? In this world of two men hugging and kissing,
Yeah.
it's now like the rainbow. It's a righteous sign. Now you pull out a rainbow. If I was to wear like a lanyard,
Yeah.
and it's a rainbow lanyard, they go, yeah, he's gay.
Yeah, he's for LGBT.
You know? All of that shit, man. So the times change, the greetings change, man. You know? But it's the same spirit, just in a different time zone, man. You know?
Yeah.
Like like for example, you make an agreement with a brother, you know, hey bro, I don't know. Like let's say a brother lends you money or something, right? And you say, no, I'm not accepting this as a gift. Like, you lend this to me and I'll pay you back on such and such a date.
Yep.
Right now, we just say, bro, come on, cool.
Yeah.
We've agreed that. But according to the law, I've got to touch his inner thigh, he's got to touch my inner thigh, and then we agree and say, Khan, we've made this agreement. Ain't no man, I don't care who you are, man. Ain't no brother coming around touching the inside of another man's thigh right now, man.
Khan.
Okay? That was for that time. And that was righteous in that world, in that age. But right now, because of the connotations that come with that, we ain't gonna do that, man.
Yeah.
But it's still the same agreement, it's still the same spirit. He's gonna uphold his integrity, I'm gonna uphold mine. The times change, man. That's why guys, they're still in that 2012 mode. Hey, saw you the devil.
Yeah.
That's what they can do, man.
Yeah.
But when it gets into prophecy and, you know, the different things, it's like, You know, to the point where certain men say it's irrelevant now. Yeah, because you got left back in that old spirit, man.
Can't.
Go on, huh?
There's a little bit more in this.
Come.
Have you got- Right, so it says, 2 Samuel 6 from verse 7. And the anger of Yahawah was kindled against Uzzah, and the Most High smote him there for his error.
Now the Lord, that proved the Lord don't give a fuck about nice guys, man. The Lord don't get, as the apostle say, the Lord ain't caring if you hold doors open for old people, you know, you give a little charity. The Lord don't care about that, man. Now the scripture says charity covereth a multitude of sin, all right. But the Lord don't ultimately. That ain't what the Lord's looking for, man. All right. It's I said this. Can you follow through with it? The guy Uzzah was trying to do something righteous, man. It would appear in the flesh he was doing something good, but the Lord don't care. He said, "Don't touch it, man."
That's right.
So the anger of the Lord came. Hey, you can be doing something so-called good, and the anger of the Lord is kindled against you, man.
Right.
The Lord is not a power. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is not to be played with, man.
Yeah.
Go on, huh?
And it says, and the Most High smote him for his error, and he died there before the ark of the Most High. And David was displeased because Yahawah had made a breach upon Uzzah, and he called the name of that place Perez Uzzah unto this day. And David was afraid of Yahawah that day.
Yeah,
and he said, it's like it.
No, go.
David was afraid of Yahawah that day, and he said, how shall the ark of Yahawah come to me? So David would not remove the ark of Yahawah unto him into the city of David. It's like it.
You see, because the Lord can do something where it's like the Lord can judge a brother to the point where you kind of feel a way about it, man. You know, like yeah, man. Yeah, but did the Lord have to do him like that? Let's be honest, man. You can kind of feel that sometimes, man. It's like, whoa, man. The Lord did him like that.
Yeah.
But hey, man, it's the judgment of the Lord, man. And they say David was afraid of the Lord, man.
And that was the point.
A lot of guys, you're not afraid of the Lord, man. Some guys, they talk about Yahawashi. Yes, we know he's our big brother, man. And yes, he's promised us that we're going to sit in the kingdom and drink wine together. But even in that, there's order to it, man. A lot of guys talk about Yahawashi as if he's upstairs in the house, man.
Like he's their best friend.
He's their best friend. Well, Yahawashi told me this and, you know, and that and that. No, man. A lot of guys get familiar with the Lord himself, man.
Yeah.
You know? That ain't it, man. The scripture says that what? David was afraid that, read it again.
Right, so it says, and David was afraid of Yahawah that day, and said, how shall the ark of Yahawah come to me? And David would not remove the ark of Yahawah unto him into the city of David, but David carried it aside unto the house of Obed-Edom. So I'm having trouble reading this. Let me get it on my phone.
That is the point, man. So David got scared and was like, man, how am I going to deal with this, man? Like,
Yeah, it's lucky. That is the point, because that showed David wasn't just going to handle the ark any old way.
any old how,
You've
man.
got to treat that with respect, man. You've got to treat that with respect, because that, again, this truth is a life or death thing, man. This isn't a game. This isn't like some social club where we come here to mess about. No. What we're doing is life or death, man. If we're not on the right side of Yahawashi when he returns, our asses are going to be destroyed. That's